He is Keith Irizarry. I'm Marc Malusis. We are Moose and Keith. Better Network, Better Sports Network, Bettorcast. That's tonight. Get involved. We'll get into some pregame questions. Fall Classic Game 1 of the World Series. Just like everybody drew it up before the postseason began, it's Rangers and the 84-win Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that legitimately picked this as their
Maybe
only option.
Sharapan had every combo.
Sharapan had all the combos, and yes, this will be very lucrative for Dave Sharapan, who's a regular guest on our show and a good friend of ours, but it's not the only game they picked. Listen, I think the Diamondbacks were all season long just a fun team to watch, right? There were many people that thought they had a chance to get to the playoffs, and this was going to be kind of their burst on the scene moment. They'd probably fall in a first round matchup, and everyone would be really excited about them next year. Little did we know that, Gallen and Merrill Kelly would pitch as well as they have, and the bats would do what they're doing, and they'd get perfect managerial work from Torey Lovullo. All that has worked well. On the flip side, I'll tell you this, the Texas Rangers for most of the year was the most dynamic offensive attack in all of baseball, not named the Atlanta Braves. But there were the questions all year long about whether these pitchers could actually do this in the postseason. Guess what? They have. This is a fun matchup. It's not the matchup that everyone, quote unquote, wanted or desired, but I think it's a really fun matchup.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know if it's going to light up America, but when you take a look at Arizona game 1 tonight, if you like the Diamondbacks to win, they're plus 136. The Rangers minus 162. The total in the game is sitting at 8.5. Great, great storylines. When you mentioned the 84 win regular season, third fewest for a pennant winner in the World Series era, dating back to 1903. We're not looking at shortened seasons there. When you play a full 162 game slate, Arizona's 7-3 against the spread over their last 10. They've gotten 6-2 on the road this postseason. And then you look at the Texas Rangers going all in by, signing Jacob deGrom. He ends up tearing his UCL, bringing in guys like Nate Eovaldi, who you'll see tonight, and obviously Max Scherzer, and then guys like Jordan Montgomery, the former Yankee. Bruce Bochy has been, just a third manager to reach the World Series with 3 different franchises. Huge head, big brains. Bruce Bochy, one hell of a manager.
And the Rangers just 1-3 in the postseason at Globe Life Field. So they've actually been better on the road than at home. So that would be something that you would look at as well. I think there is something to be said about Bochy being the leader of men and really the leader of young men. This is a Texas Rangers team that has kind of grown in front of our eyes. They went out, you mentioned all the pitchers, but how about adding Semien 2 years ago and Seager, and they've got the young boppers in like Garcia and some of these other guys. It is a Texas Rangers team that is built to win. Now let's see if they do.
Now, like you mentioned Adolis Garcia. He's been an unbelievable star for the Texas Rangers and has really risen in this postseason. I'll give you a question that's going to be on Bettorcast tonight. Over or under half a hit, Keith Irizarry. What says you?
Well, I think he's going to get an RBI tonight. So my guess is he probably gets a hit then too. So I'll take the over on the hits in the ALCS, in which he won the MVP, 10 hits and 28 at bats, had 5 home runs, had 15 RBIs, also riding a 6-game hitting streak, and has at least 1 hit in 9 of his last 10 games. I love what he's doing. If there's a caveat to this, he has faced Zach Gallen 5 times. He's 0 for 5 against him. But let's see how long Gallen's in the game. Garcia might get a hit off the bullpen.
Yeah, you mentioned Gallen, Eovaldi are your starters this evening for Arizona and Texas, respectively. I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks, riding that momentum train. A little less time off as compared to Texas. I know the Rangers are home, but still, I mean, I'd look at Arizona tonight. You're getting plus 10 for them to score first. So I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks tonight to score the first run in the Fall Classic in the World Series. And whoever's doubting, even though Chris Russo is not going to quit his job, he's going to wear, what is he wearing? An Arizona Diamondbacks bikini, right? I think that's what it is.
That's what it's been now.
I think that, yeah, he was on the Stern show. I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
No,
but
thank you.
Diamondbacks, no. Diamondbacks are proving a lot of people wrong. I think they're going to make this an interesting World Series. I think they're going to jump out on top early on the Texas Rangers. Want to remind everybody, join the Bettorcast contest by answering pregame questions right now. Get all of our picks for the game by signing up for On Demand on the Bettorcast app. Download the free Bettorcast app in the Apple app or the Google Play stores and sign up for On Demand.